All right, we are live. We're still waiting on Tyler, and yeah, all right. What's up, guys? If you saw me on Gate City's Roundtable, welcome. There we go. Yo, what is up? What is up? So, guys, what is up? Talk to me. Talk to me, guys. What is up? What is up? What is up, guys? Come on, someone say something. Yo, what up, Slay? What is good? We're still waiting on Tyler and Key. Are you kidding me right now? Tyler. Yeah, what up, Devin? What is good? What is good, guys? Still waiting on Tyler and Key. Guys, what is up? Talk to me. Still wait. Oh my God, where the hell are they? Tyler, I called you. Oh my God. Oh my God. So unprofessional. Thank God. All right, yo. What is good? Chuck, what is up, my guy? So, dude, this round table, I don't know if you caught it, but
When I was working.
yeah. It was so fun. I learned so much I learned a lot about the Eagles from these guys. Like, it's really insane. We just talked about a little bit of everything on there. Like, we talked about his height and weight. We talked about the offensive line and how would it look without LC, the main guy. So you would have to like without Lane. Yeah. We talked about Jordan Howard. So Jordan Howard, like, would he be cut? I brought that up in the last minute because I wanted more information about when we have the debate later on in the show. So, yeah, we learned a lot. And, yeah, we just, it was very fun. That guy is so knowledgeable, bro. Like,
Hopefully I'll be able to join you guys next time.
Oh, he's going to be on my show. I'm going to DM him. He's going to be on here. So I'm going to DM him in a couple, probably not tonight, probably like in a couple days or so, because I want these guys. I want like,
all right.
Dude, there was like 80 people in there.
Ooh.
Yeah. Do you trust Danny Green in the playoffs? Let's just start out right now with the Sixers. Let's just start right now. About the Sixers, okay? So they clinched the first seed. I don't know if you guys saw
that. Continue.
Yep.
Do you know when Key will be joining us?
No. I sent her a DM. Let me see. Bro, I don't know. But let's just start with the Sixers. So they clinched the first seed. Huh? Tyler, what?
No, continue.
Oh, okay. Continue. So they clinched the first seed. First time in 20 years, I made a video on it, like how the process worked and everything. I went step by step. So if you guys did not check that out, please do. I worked so hard on it. So Danny Green in the playoffs. So Tyler, last year, I think it was in the finals with the Lakers in it. Danny Green, to win the game, missed a top of the key shot. Like he airballed it or something, I forget. But he missed it. So that is what he's talking about. So I'm going to have to say yes because he learned from that. It's not a mistake. Everyone misses shots. Even me. I miss shots all the time. So, I trust him with his defense and everything. So he can shoot. He's going to miss. Like, I don't get why people are still talking about that to this day. It's last year. He proved himself. He's still one of the best shooters of all time. Yes, all time. He'll probably be top 10, top 15 all time in shooting. So I trust him. I really do.
All right.
Yeah.
Here's my question for you.
Go for it. By the way, I got a question. Who looks younger?
I hate you. But how far do you think they'll make it? And if they make it to finals, do you think they'll win it?
Okay. So the first round, they'll go. We'll talk about that in a second. But my question: how far do I have them? I would love to see that. You know what? I don't need this hat. It's the Eagles hat. You know what? Screw it. But how far do I see them? I see them going past the first round. Second round, you're here. I got the bracket right here. I'm just gonna pull it up right here. Wait, do I? Don't tell me. Oh, thank God. For a second, I thought I deleted it. So you know about the play-in tournament, right, Tyler? Like, did I tell you about that?
No.
Okay. So the play-in tournament consists of the seeds 7 through 10. Okay? So the 7th and 8th seed play each other one game, and whoever wins that plays the second seed. So that would be the Brooklyn Nets. Okay? So the seeds 9 and 10, they play each other. Let's say 9 wins. I'm just using this hypothetically. I don't have the standings in front of me. So 9 wins. 9 would play the winner of 7 and 8 to get the 8th seed against the Sixers. So whoever wins that will play the Sixers in the first round. Then the Sixers will blow them out. So for the second round, it's either going to be the Knicks or the Hawks. Okay? For the Knicks, I see the Sixers beating them. I'll give them 6. I give the Sixers winning in 6 if that actually comes in fruition. And then the Eastern Conference Finals comes against the Nets. Okay? Brooklyn Nets are going to hard team to guard. You know, their big three, their monster big three. I was just talking about this on Gate City's podcast before we were actually talking about the Eagles and like who would guard one of these guys. So I would have Ben Simmons, Thibault, and maybe Embiid on one of them. So you would have to, and then depending on that, if the Sixers somehow beat them, I can see them winning the whole finals. It depends. It depends on the Nets, and it depends on the games of Ben Simmons. He's my X factor in this whole thing. Ben Simmons is.
So yeah,
Is team.
Find it interesting how you're saying Ben Simmons is the X factor and not Embiid.
Embiid is not. No. Oh, here's Key. Wait. Yo, what is good? What is good?
Yo.
There we go.
So
hello.
So Key, we were just talking about the Sixers real quick. Tyler asked me how far do I have the Sixers in it. I said if they beat the Brooklyn Nets and Ben Simmons is a factor, I could see them going to the finals. Where do you see the
I'm not
Sixers
scared
going?
of the Nets.
I'm not either,
scared
but
of the Nets.
I'm just saying that right there.
Bring the big three on. They don't play defense.
Yeah,
they
but
play
who
no
would you
defense
start,
whatsoever.
Who would you cover their big three? Who would you cover?
So
who
it's
would you-
possible that Ben might cover KD.
Okay.
Thibault, if depends on he's not going to start. So Thibault possibly when he comes in can possibly guard Kyrie or James, and then Tobias is going to have to be on somebody else.
I mean, I could see Embiid covering KD for like a little bit of time. I can see that, but yeah. So Tyler, who do you have on them? Or you don't really know and just want to.
What was the question again?
Who do you have on the Brooklyn Nets big three? So who do you have on KD, Kyrie?
So I think I would put Embiid on KD. I just feel like it's a better big man matchup in that situation. I would probably put. I'm trying to think where I would put Simmons.
Harden, I'm guessing.
Then you got to worry about DeAndre Jordan's soft self. I mean, so I don't think Embiid can guard KD. He has to worry about DeAndre Jordan. So it's going to be between Ben. Danny Green's a good defender.
He is. I'll give you that.
So you're probably going to have Danny Green maybe on Harden, and then have Ben guard KD, and then I guess maybe Tobias on James. Again, they don't play defense. So the Nets do not play defense.
I said that in the beginning. I said it on DJ Eastwood's channel in the beginning. I was like, they don't play defense. Don't worry about them. But I'm just like, when it comes to crunch time, you know what can happen. Slows the game down. You know how the playoffs work. So I'm just saying.
And then when they go to sub, they can't take all the starters out. Somebody from the starting squad has to stay in with the bench.
Yeah, that goes into the rotation.
Third quarter Sixers games has been horrible.
Yep, exactly. So you can go either way.
Now, I got one more question for you.
Go for it, then we'll go to the Eagles.
Yep. Now, would you still call it a success if they do not make it to the finals or they don't win finals? The process.
Yes.
You say it's a success?
I think it will be. Not a success. No, they had this is the time now where they have to win a championship because Embiid is in his best playing ever. I think having that kid.
Oh, so I like the poster in the background.
Thank you. I think the kid actually had him a different mindset on him. Like he wants it, and this is the time now for Philly to bring it home.
Yep. So actually, I'm just going to bring up Devin's question really quick. Brighter future, Maxey or Thibault? That's a tough question. That's a tough-ass question.
That is tough. Because so if Thibault gets his offensive game together, Thibault would be a killer because he's already good offensively. We all know this. If he gets better offensively, Thibault's gonna go crazy. Maxey, we all see his capability. Once he gets it together, Maxey's going to be good too.
Yeah. I actually made a video about Maxey, I think it was last week, saying how he's the future. And if he gets his defense up and he gets more minutes, look out. Because he's a steal. And I still can't believe to this day he dropped down to us. Like, I still can't believe that.
I think he should get some playoff minutes. Forget Mike Scott. Just being real.
Yeah. But with the 8, if they go 8, like what's your bench? If they go 8, for me it will be Dwight Howard, George Hill, and Thibault. That will be my 8-man rotation.
I think Hill's going.
Hey,
Hill's going to
I'm
be
gonna
the
disappear
difference
for like
maker
a minute or two.
because
I'll be back in a minute.
He's a true. Hill's a true point guard. I don't like the ball in his hands because he gives it to the B with double teams on him. No. So Ben is better off without the ball.
Yeah, exactly. So what's your 3-man off the bench?
I'll say.
And guys, tell me who you have for their bench with 3.
I'll say so. Definitely Thibault, Maxey, Dwight, and you got to add 4. You got to add Korkmaz.
I mean, I love Korkmaz, but
he's got to be a part of the rotation. He got to be a part of the rotation. He has to be. So there's been times where you might need his clutch shooting. You know, he's been clutch in some games.
Oh,
so
yeah,
it's going to be a 9-man rotation.
9? Okay. So you would not. Did you say Shake? I don't think you did. Did you say Shake?
Oh, then. Oh, dang. There might be 10 then.
Yeah, it's like it's so hard because our bench is actually deep.
It's not. How many can they have?
I don't know, 10 or 11. It
depends on
how. It depends how deep you are going to go. It depends on how deep. So Mike Scott is definitely out. Let's just get that out of the table. Like that is
do not put Mike Scott on the roster.
He probably the thing. Yeah, he's not going to play. It's about Dwight Howard. He's going to get all the big man minutes and deserves it. He deserves it after putting all that work in.
He just can't. He just got the refs be so against him with. I feel like with these ticky-tack fouls, and then y'all want to tee him up. Like, get out of here.
Yeah, I actually made a video. I think it was about a month ago, and I was reading this Bleacher Report article how their biggest goals for each team's offseason. And they said to re-sign Danny Green. Okay, given. That's a given. And then second, to replace Dwight Howard. It was like to refill the backup position. And it gave.
I think we should re-sign both of those guys. Honestly.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was going to say. On the article, they had Robin Lopez, Nerlens Noel, and Brooke Lopez. I forget the last guy, but I would not take any of those guys over Dwight Howard. Yo, Robert, what is good? What is good, Robert? Yo, our podcast, I'm going to be on his podcast tomorrow, 4 p.m. I'm actually his co-host. So our podcast is going to be on tomorrow. So, Robert, I want to ask you, who do you have for their bench, for the Sixers bench? Who do you have? You and I talked about this for a while. So, and you just got home from work? Awesome. Let's go. And yeah, everything. I wonder where Tyler went. He said he'll be back. Who knows? But yeah, for the Sixers, you see them going all the way to the finals? I guess you do, right? I guess you see them going to the finals and winning it. Key, did you hear me?
Huh?
I asked, how far do you have the Sixers going? Obviously, to the finals and winning it.
No, if they get to the finals, they definitely can go to the finals. And I'm not scared of nobody in the West either. Like nobody in the West plays defense. If it's a Utah, we can beat Utah and French Fry go Bear. Like French Fry don't want no. He don't want no smoke with JoJo.
Yeah, isn't Donovan Mitchell still injured, or is he back?
I think he's back. And right. it just sucks that if Joel didn't get hurt, he probably would be MVP, but they're not gonna give it to him.
No, they're not. They're not at all. Let's just get on right to the Eagles because for their schedule, Hold on. I think that Doc will make the right adjustments. Bench. Okay, so you trust Doc. Here's my thing with Doc with the last couple games. He had the bench in for way too long, and the teams would keep on coming back, and then boom, they were just like, "Oh yeah, you had the Lakers winning it all."
The Lakers winning it all. They gotta get into the play-in first.
Yeah, but it's LeBron.
I mean,
it's
the Golden State is tough.
Yeah, I can't wait for that game. I might actually live stream that. I can't wait for that game. Oh my god. That could be a Western Conference Finals game before the playoffs even start. It's just like insane. Now,
because the Wizards are in, so we just we're gonna play either the Wizards or maybe Charlotte, Boston.
Yeah. So for they get a nice break. Who's your play-in prediction for the Sixers? I gotta look at the bracket. I gotta look at the
I think it's Washington.
It's Washington. Yeah.
Charlotte and somebody else. It's 4 teams, I believe.
Yeah. It's hold on. I'm just doing something real quick here. There we go. I'm just gonna look on my phone here really quick. I just sent Tyler the link again. Let me look at the standings here. Standings. Come on. Yo, I sent you the link. I just sent it like a second ago, dude. All right, Tyler will be on in a second. So I just want to. Okay. So right now, the 7th seed is the Celtics, 8 is the Hornets, 9 is the Wizards, 10 is the Pacers. I want the Sixers to play the Hornets. I really do. Because the Celtics, they can still go off with Tatum. He can still go off, even though their team is like blank bustered. Indiana, I don't know, because they're like an X factor with what's his name? Sabonis. And for the 9th seed, I'm actually kind of scared of the Wizards right now a little bit. I'm kind of scared of the Wizards with how Russell Westbrook's been playing. Boston just like, yeah, Jaylen Brown. Yeah.
Wow.
You all right? What's going on?
Me?
No, Key. You said wow. I was like,
no, Jaylen. I forgot the Jaylen Brown.
Yeah. No.
Tatum needs help though.
Yeah.
And I think Kemba's hurt.
Is he? I'll look that up later.
Yep.
So all right. I got the schedule right here. So the first game, we're gonna go through like each game and give our opinions on winner or loss. So the first one is the Falcons away, 1:00. Do you guys see the Eagles beating the Falcons the very first game?
Who wants to start?
Tyler,
it's possible. Like I already said. Well, briefly went into my predictions on the video I did, but I said that the Eagles is possibly going to win between 6 and 8 games. I actually said 8 and 9. I said they're going to split each division game, so at least they get one and one. They can beat the Jets. I see them possibly beating Carolina. I think I said Atlanta. Definitely they can win. It's the games they can't win. Vegas. The Chiefs, no. Tampa, no. But we honestly, we don't know. These are just predictions of what we going off of. We don't know what this Eagle squad is going to do. But I said they win 8 games. But I still think they can take on Atlanta, even with the additions of Cal. You still got Matt Ryan. He's getting old. Still got I don't know if Julio's going to be there or not. You still got to worry about Julio and Ridley. So it's going to be tough.
Tyler, what about you? Do you have the Eagles beating the Falcons first?
Yeah, I think they're going to wind up being the Falcons in the first week. I think it's going to start a strong tempo for the squad, and it's probably going to be I have them having a real bad start to this season, so a win here is very crucial.
Yeah. Yo, my guy, Mookie Robinson, another Eagles content creator. What is up, my guy? 34-30 Eagles over Atlanta? It kind of depends on, like...
Yeah, that's going to... don't get me wrong. Atlanta has a horrible defense, and our defense isn't spectacular either, so it could be a high-scoring affair, but it's all going to come down to how much pressure is being put on the quarterbacks on both sides of the ball. I think that's going to be the biggest impact of the game.
The biggest impact is going to be Julio Jones if he plays or not. Because
I'm not sure if it's going to wind up being Julio, if I'm being quite honest, because don't get me wrong, Julio Jones is a great receiver and everything, but, he is also starting to get up there in age as well, and it doesn't matter if you have Julio Jones or not if you can't throw him the ball.
Yeah. For me, it's Julio Jones
all about Kyle
because Kyle Pitts, I'll get to him in a minute. But
I was about to say, Julio Jones, like a threat for me.
For Julio Jones, who do we have that can cover him?
Well, again, if you can get, think about in the Super Bowl, you can have all these weapons in offense, but if you ain't got the time to throw to them, you can't really make use of them, now can you?
That is true.
And their D-line is still going to be able to feast on their O-line pretty well, so as long as their D-line does their job, then Julio won't be as big a factor.
Yeah.
Right, no Jalen Mills is back there. We got to worry about. We got Darius Slay.
Yeah.
Rodney McLeod said he's going to be 100%. We got Harris from some corners. From in the draft. So I think the secondary should be okay. They're going to get it, but we'll see how they do.
Yeah, like I said already, the biggest threat for me on that offense right now is Kyle Pitts. It's going to be his debut game of the season for the official season, not including preseason. And I think if he was going to make a statement, it would be in that game against us. So it's going to be more important, I think, with our linebacking core. Because I can see them using Pitts more in the center of the field to either draw the attention from our corners there and try to open up stuff on the outside for his short routes, or they're going to just obliterate us and smack us in the mouth down the middle.
Yeah. Kyle Pitts is the guy that can transform your whole offense.
Yeah.
So I can see, you guys bring up a good point about Kyle Pitts. But for me, who do we have to guard Julio?
We got Darius Slay. We got our cornerback one against the wide receiver one.
Mm-hmm. Slay goes up against all the QB, all the wide receiver ones anyway. He just had a bad game with DK in Seattle.
Yeah, Jason, what is good?
Besides that one game, he's honestly been phenomenal in every other game he's played.
Which players do you think was going to play the best? On the Eagles? We were actually talking about it on Gate City's podcast like an hour ago. We were talking about which players have the potential to become a Pro Bowler. So I'm going to say my picks now that I had for that, and then you guys can come up with your three.
Devonta Smith. Yeah,
he's not mine, but yes, I did watch the Hall of Fame. I did. It was great.
Okay.
For me, Devonta Smith is not one for me. For me, it's Miles Sanders if they use him right. Okay. Before last year, they were using. Last year, it was just bad, just the use of them. So, I got Fletcher Cox. And did I say Lane Johnson? I think I did. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Those are my,
Lane Johnson, as long as he's healthy,
that was
always be a Pro Bowler.
I said that.
Yeah, he would. I think he was supposed to be in the Pro Bowl 2 years ago, and then he got injured, so they had to replace him with somebody else. But for me, if we're picking more than one, for me, I do think Devonta Smith's going to be a Pro Bowler. I really do.
That was my fourth. I didn't say it, but that was my fourth.
It's just for me, with how well he's been doing in minicamp and how Coach Sirianni is saying that he is living up to all the hype that's come out of him from college, I think it's more than fair to say that Devonta Smith is going to be, I don't know if he'll be a Pro Bowler this year, but he's definitely going to be a Pro Bowler soon.
Oh, yeah. We talk about for this year.
Yeah. Yeah, for this, I could still even potentially see him playing that. If he plays as well as advertised, there's no reason he shouldn't be able to make it.
Yeah.
Another one for me. You know what? I'm going to say it. I'm going to say Brandon Graham.
One guy did say that, so yes.
Yeah, Brandon Graham, he had a fantastic start to the season, and then he kind of fell off, but so did a lot of the team as well. So I think this next season is going to be a good season for him. Hopefully he'll be able to put up the same numbers again and even better.
Yeah. And your third?
I'm going to go Darius Slay. Darius Slay, like I already said already, he's a great cornerback number one. He can smother a lot of these wide receiver ones. He only had one bad game against Seattle. Everyone has an off day every now and then. Mm-hmm. And I think if he plays as well as he should this upcoming season, no reason he can't make a Pro Bowl.
Okay. And Key, before you go, I just got to say this. I mean, before you give your three, I just got to say, they were talking about Jalen Hurts, like a possibility of him if they would like use.
Yeah, I wanted to, but I wanted to throw out some more. I love my defenses and I love my defensive players, so I wanted to get some more appreciation to them.
Yeah, I understand. I get you. All right, Key, you're three, and guys in the chat, give me your three players that have the potential to be a Pro Bowler this season. So,
well, I already said my hot take is going to be Miles Sanders is going to have over 1,000 yards this year because for some reason, I don't know why Doug did not want to run him. He should have easily had at least 5 games where he had over 100 yards rushing. So Mills is going to Miles Sanders is going to go off this year. He's going to my bold take is he's going to have 1,000-yard season. This is going to bounce back. I'm gonna say Brandon Brooks. If he comes back healthy and don't get injured this whole season, Brandon Brooks will be the key to this offensive line because Brooks is a monster. I don't know. He has some Wolverine type genes because the man had he tore his ACL or his Achilles, and in the next couple weeks you've seen him jumping and God knows what. So if Brandon Brooks can stay healthy, this line will be okay and give Jalen Hurts the protection that he needs. And then I'm gonna say Rager. Because
that's very fair.
So the offensive line I get was crap. We didn't have much protection, and I know Jalen Hurts has been working in the off season, his behind off to get that rhythm and chemistry. So I think it's going to be Sanders, Brooks, and Jalen Rager is going to bounce back this year, and that receiving spot is going to be crazy because it's going to be Smith, Fulgham, Rager. And whoever it's a tight end spot, whether it's Goddard, whether
or second Whiteside?
No.
I knew you were going to say that. I just knew it. But okay, Robert got a good one.
Very interesting take,
Robert. Wow, you and I are going to talk about that tomorrow. But
and plus, Jordan Manala was a sleeper because we drafted him about 3 years ago. He stayed on the bench. He learned, he grind. As soon as he put him in there, I'm sold. I'm good. I'm sold. He's good.
Yeah, John Ronaldo definitely showed a lot of promise this past season.
Landon Dickerson gets on the field. It's a wrap.
Mm-hmm. No, yeah, I really like Landon Dickerson.
So do I. But I think we forgot about a player, Jason Kelce.
Jason's going to be Jason.
Jason's just going to do what he always does.
Yep, I'm not worried about Jason. Jason is the Iron Man. He doesn't get hurt. Nothing. He's going to be good.
He's Philly Jesus at this point.
Yep. You're right, Robert. Yes, I agree. 1,000%. I agree.
I hate how much slander people are putting on Rager. It's ridiculous. The man got hurt for a good portion of the season, comes back and still gets also pretty decent performance considering the offense around him, and they call him trash. Ridiculous.
I'm not even going to lie. My reaction last year, I wanted Jefferson. I didn't like the pick too much.
I don't think anyone would complain of, saying that they would rather have Rager over Jefferson.
Right.
You know, when you compare it like that, it's very easy to be upset. But if I'm not going to be extremely upset, I think Rager has the potential to potentially. I don't think he'll be on the level of Jefferson. He'll probably be maybe a little bit below him, but he'll be close.
Yeah. Now, we did talk about this over at his round table. Actually, I brought it up. But I want to talk about the wide receivers. Okay? The 1 and the 2. Who do you guys have as our 1 and 2?
It's going to be Smith and it's going to be Smith, and then they might put Travis on the outside and put Rager in the slot. So it's going to be Smith and Fulgham on the outside. And I think Jay is going to play the slot.
I think Fulgham and Ward are going to wind up splitting time in that third slot, and I could definitely see them lining up in the slot more. I do think if they wind up doing that, I think we might see a little bit more of Ward just because of how sure hands he has. He's really good at coming down with those those hard to get passes.
Hey, Robert, I agree.
Definitely becomes like a very reliable receiver for the quarterbacks to throw to. Essentially, almost a second tight end or third tight end, depending how many we have out there on the field at the time.
Now, you said Greg Ward, right? Is that what you said?
Yeah, Greg Ward.
But he won't be the 1 and 2, right?
No, he would be a 3. I think he's going to split time with Fulgham. And don't get me wrong, I love Fulgham. I hope we see more of his game than we did.
We got a milestone in the building. We got a milestone. Hunter from Philly Inside Pocket just hit 400 subscribers. Let's go, bro. You still got to have me on for the playoffs, bro. Come on. Come on, man. But seriously, congrats to you. Those guys worked their asses off. They worked the hardest guy. They're one of the hardest working guys in this community. They need more respect. And Hunter, you deserve it, my guy. You're always welcome. You're always welcome to be on our podcast anytime you guys want.
Shoot, I'm trying to hit 200. I'm 40 away. 40 away.
I'm just happy to be in the double digits.
Yeah, guys, go subscribe to Tyler. He just started his channel like a week ago?
A couple weeks ago now.
Posted
4 videos and haven't posted one in over a week.
Hey, it's okay. I've done that. Dude, I took a break for a year from YouTube before. So, hey, if you don't do what I did, you're more than great. Yep, we'll set it up soon. I'll DM you later. But, dude, so go subscribe to these guys. Like, everyone in here is the hardest working people I know. Tyler and his editing, like, it's top notch. And I freaking love your edits, bro. Like, everything. Keep doing your thing. Even though I look younger than you, I'm just saying.
Hey, watch it.
I do. I'm sorry. But Hunter, love you, bro. Keep doing your thing. Just like everything. Yep. Okay, Chuck. Thank you. Chuck, subscribe to both of you guys.
Appreciate you, Chuck.
Appreciate it, Chuck.
Yep. And I love grinding for Phil. Yep. Robert, too. He's a good guy. I'm part of his podcast now. I'm his co-host. So, yeah. Hunter, much love to you. So, let's get back before all that stuff. So, we were talking about the 3 All-Stars, right? The 3 Pro Bowlers. Okay?
Well, we just got done talking about wide receivers, but yes, that was the last main topic.
Okay. Let's go back to wide receivers. For Greg Ward, would that be a surprise cut?
Like no, yes. It would be surprise. He's not going nowhere.
Rick, what is good?
Yeah, I can't see them getting rid of Greg Ward. Greg Ward, he's just too reliable for the wide receiver core. Like
he is.
He's proven himself a lot since he's got his chance a couple of years ago, and he's definitely run with it. So while he's definitely won't be like the premier wide receiver for the team, he's definitely always going to be the third option. You know, always in contention for that third, fourth option. He'll always be getting snaps as long as he does his job and does it well.
Okay. So Greg won't be a surprise cut to you, Key? Or he will?
He's not getting cut. It would be a surprise. But not Fulham. JJ not staying. JJ's gone. I think the 6 that's going to stay is probably Hightower, Watkins, Ward, Rager, Smith, and one of those guys will definitely stay. But JJ's gone. Greg Ward's staying.
Yo, Chuck, I just met you last night for the Sixers, and you're already a huge supporter of mine. So I appreciate that, Chuck. Thank you so much. And real quick, I forgot what I was going to say. God damn it. But, you know what, Tyler? I think it's better off we just bring it up now, if you know what I'm talking about.
I feel like I know where this is going.
What am I going to say?
Are we about to talk about Jordan Howard?
Let's go.
All right. I've been trying to find my stat sheet.
Okay. So.
Analytics, here we come.
Now, I just want to say this before,
I got to get one more question in, because then I gotta roll.
Oh, yeah. We're going to close up after this, by the way.
Okay.
Maybe we'll have surprise guests. Maybe we'll have a couple call-ins. Who knows? But, yeah, I wouldn't be shocked if he gets cut. He's a great slot guy. Talking about Ward, he's a reliable backup who knows the playbook and can relate to the QB. But if someone comes in and has better tools, I could see it. Okay.
Yeah. Like maybe in like another draft or two, that's a possibility. But right now, no.
All right. Okay. So, Jordan Howard, I was talking to these guys, or Gate City Podcast. If you guys don't know who this guy is, very intelligent. Go subscribe to him. I will put his link in the description if I remember. But we were talking about Jordan Howard, right? And why would he be cut or would he not? They said no, because he's one of the best blockers, running backs that we got. This is what they said. I did not say that. So they said that he's one of the best blocking running backs that we got, and he's a good third down running back. And also, what's the third thing? Oh, you got to see how much work he put in throughout the years. They were like, he's one of the hardest working running backs that they had in years. So I'm just saying, I'm just speaking for those guys. I'm still developing my answer, but all right, who wants to start?
Do you think Boston Scott will get cut?
Oh,
Tyler?
I mean, it was between the two.
Since we brought in the Kerrigan
unfortunately,
Johnson,
I would have to say goodbye to Boston Scott. Yeah, unfortunately, I don't want to say goodbye to Boston Scott, but if it's between the two, I think I would want to keep letting go of Boston Scott.
Why is that?
Because if you think about it, Boston Scott is essentially just going to be a worse version of Miles Sanders, in my opinion. I don't feel like there's a need for him on the team, as much as it pains me to say that, because I really do like the guy a lot. Meanwhile, we have someone like Jordan Howard here, who is great at converting those third downs, trying to pick up first. He's a good power back and helping up the middle. Keep those defenses honest.
Okay. Now, do you guys see Jordan Howard as one of the during his draft class, it was Ezekiel Elliott, and he was one of the top 3 running backs in that draft. So, do you guys think, with that being said, that he can still put up good yardage with his body frame and him being a power back?
I mean, we always needed a bowling ball with feet, and Jordan Howard will be that guy on third down situations. And also, if Kerrigan Johnson stays, they compared him as like another Alvin Kamara type, because he can catch out the backfield. So you're gonna have Miles Sanders can run up the middle type of runner, and then you have Howard that's that power back that's going to give you those yards on third down, and then Johnson can catch out the backfield, the little screens and everything else that the Eagles like to do. So I mean, that's possible. I mean, Boston Scott is that guy too, but it's just too much competition. I think he's going to be on the short end.
Yeah, I totally agree with that. And in terms of your question as well, Mitchell, I don't think he's going to get anywhere near the yards that he had in his first couple of seasons. In fact, if you do look back at the stats like I was, you will notice, I believe it was after his third season. No, his second season, you'll notice like even after his first season, even you'll notice he's been decreasingly having less and less yards per season. It's been going down, and I think the reason being is because they decided to use him more for utility more than his actual rushing capability. Because like he just said, he is basically a bowling ball with feet. He's going to try and run through that D line and try and get you a couple yards here and there to either shorten the gap or try and get you that first down, which he should be able to do.
Right.
And again, like he said, Boston Scott does basically everything that we already have people that can do that stuff. And I just don't think his place in the roster will be with the Eagles next season.
Now, Hunter brings up a good point about Kerryon Johnson. Now, if he can stay healthy, Jordan Howard will probably get less carries, but that also depends on Boston. Okay, Boston Scott is like the Greg Ward of the running back room.
See, I don't know if I necessarily agree with that. Because with Greg Ward, whenever you throw the ball to him, like you're thinking of that is basically going to be a guaranteed catch. With Boston Scott, don't get me wrong, the guy had a couple of great games when we played him, but it's
Hunter,
one of those things where I don't think he'd be able to do it consistently. It's not going to be a Greg Ward situation where he's going to be able to keep giving you that kind of production reliably every single game, like Greg Ward has proven. Boston Scott had a couple of great games, but like again, he's basically a worse version of all of our better running backs. So there's no point in keeping him around. Again, love the guy. He's definitely one of my favorite players, but I can't justify keeping him.
I actually want to hear your stats on the whole Jordan Howard because you said something about stats.
Yeah. So, yes, his rushing stats, they've definitely gone down a lot more. But he's also gotten less rush attempts each time as well. Because back in his rookie season, 2016, 252 snaps, rushed for over 1,300 yards. Year 2, 276 snaps, so more, but he went down to 1,100. After that, dropped down to 250, was just under 1,000. And then he goes all the way down to 119 snaps for 525. And since then, his snaps gets lower and lower. And I think that's because teams are deciding, the teams that he's playing for are deciding that he's more of a power back than he is the actual running back. He's not the guy that's meant to get you all these yards and potentially break the game open by, exploiting pass-heavy defenses or a lack of protection on the outside, stuff like that.
Okay. So, oh my God, I'm just blanked out. I almost said Kerryon Johnson, but Key. So, what do you have to say about Jordan Howard? Like, you still think he should be cut? How so?
No, I mean, now that I think about him going back, Jordan Howard probably will stay. Like I said, we need that bowling ball with feet. We haven't had a good bowling ball since Blunt. He definitely carried us in that Super Bowl. So I think he'll stay. I still think Boston Scott may be on the end. We don't know what this year is going to bring. Hopefully, I can go to a preseason game this year. That's my goal because I can't afford the regular season. So I'm probably going to try to go to one of them. Thank you, I appreciate it. But yeah, I think this running staff period, whoever's going to carry the ball, I believe is going to get yardage because of this. If the offensive line stays healthy, we're going to run the rock. We're going to dominate the run game, and you to establish the pass, you got to run the ball. Got to run the ball. If you want to establish the passing game, I tell people this all the time. You have to run the ball. Got to run the ball. So but that's my take on it. Jordan Howard's definitely probably going to stay if he stays healthy. Doug didn't utilize none of the running backs last season. So I think Sirianni's definitely going to be different. Because he came from a Colts team with a Marlon Mack and Jonathan Taylor and Nyheim Hines, and they ran the ball. So he's going to implement that this season with the running backs that we do have. So, but that was my last question. I have to go. I do appreciate me hopping in. Again, it seems like every time we go in here, something's always busy in my household, and I literally just remembered. I'm like, oh my god. So, but no,
Key,
whoever.
Love to have you. You're welcome back anytime.
I do cover all of the Philly sports, whether the Sixers, Flyers, Sixers, and Eagles. Hit me up on IG as well, KeyInDaBuilding. I'm on Twitter, KeyInDaBuilding. I dropped a video not too long ago just talking about the schedule. If y'all haven't seen my Giants rant, I went off about the Giants.
Go watch that, please.
Make sure y'all go watch that. I went off about the Giants being all butthurt because we stole a receiver. Get over it, Giants. Get over it. Get over it. So, but I appreciate y'all. Thank y'all for subscribing. Whoever just subscribed, I appreciate you. And remember, I'm always in the building, so y'all can see me.
Okay,
whenever.
Before you go, when I was doing my MK Power Hour, someone asked me, Mitch, why is Key in the building never in the building? I'm like, Key, I'm in the car. You're always in the building.
Whenever y'all invite me, I'm always in the building. I got to do. I'm also part of the Spotlight Sports Network. That's my other channel. Ooh. Great group of guys over there I'm with. So go check them out as well. We talk about everything over there. So I'm busy. I'm all around. So
all right. So guys, I'm gonna thank you, Key, for coming. And I'm pretty sure we'll DM each other about something else and about the Sixers.
I'm sure. And then, when the playoffs is coming up, I'm trying to stream the live games, so I'll be streaming them on my channel when the playoff comes. So watch out. Tune in.
All right. See you guys. Right. I mean, Tyler and I are still going, but
it was a pleasure to talk with you, Key.
All right, guys. I'm gonna put in the link here to call in. If that's cool with you, Tyler.
Yeah, that's perfectly fine. We'll have some callers and they'll pick a topic for us to talk about. But while we wait for someone to come in, so I do want to talk about Boston Scott just a little bit more, because Philly Insider Podcast, he definitely made some points. O-line wasn't that great, and they kind of screwed him over, which can be said for a lot of the offense as well. When you have a bad O-line, the rest of the offense suffers heavily, even when your quarterback's not playing to the par that they're supposed to be. That's definitely a very valid point, and definitely worthwhile argument in that. And that also brings up how he doesn't get the recognition he deserves in goal line offense as well. And I can understand that, but again, I'm also thinking about utility as well, because Boston Scott, he's not meant to be a physical running back, right?
Right. Right.
And, he's mainly known for his ability to go to the edge and then run off the outside.
Sorry, I forgot about your question. Sorry. But how do you think COVID affected this season? You want to start with that?
Now, what do you mean by affected this season? Like this past season, or?
Yeah, because this season, everything's starting to get back to normal. Like, the Eagles are going to be like 100% capacity.
For the Eagles, there's very little. They affected them very little. Because I think maybe I know that Peterson was diagnosed with COVID at one point this past season. I think he was back in either the next week or the week after, but he was still involved with the team through Zoom meetings and such. But besides that, our team wasn't too affected by it from my memory. Especially when you compare it to a team like the Browns, who lost a bunch of their star players, their most of their freaking head coach, and they still had to go out and win a playoff game.
Right.
But, I don't think you can talk about COVID and then potentially make an excuse out of that for the Eagles. I think it was just a bad year with a lot of sloppy play and very injury-riddled team.
Yeah, Hunter, I was on his round table for like an hour or so. We were just shooting shit on the Eagles, and I'm gonna get him on here. That's my goal for the next month. That's my goal, to have him on here. Very intelligent guy. I love that guy. So last question, and then we're gonna call it a night, hopefully. Jordan Hicks. Okay.
Right.
It's been rumored that Arizona have given him the permission to seek a trade, but Arizona is still going to be on his side, meaning, is a trade good for us as well? Now, to you guys in the chat as well, I want your guys' perspective. do you guys see the Eagles going back for Jordan Hicks? Tyler?
1 second. But I was honestly a little upset. I
Upset
was a
about
little
what?
upset when we lost him, but
Okay.
the last linebacker I was super upset about us losing was Michael Kendricks. He was the last guy that thoroughly made me upset that we lost him.
Right.
So I was a huge Michael Kendricks fan. But with Jordan Hicks is, he's a really decent player. He's definitely, I feel like, a better pass coverage linebacker, which if we're doing this zone blitz defense, could potentially work out. He'll be in coverage more, which means he'll be able to flex his pass defense a lot more. And, he could definitely be an asset for us, like he would for any team. It's just, what are the Cardinals going to want for him? He's how old is he?
Who's their tight end?
You just want to get rid of Ertz. You make me so mad.
I just saying.
Why you do this, Mitchell? You would want Ertz to go to the Cardinals so we could get Jordan Hicks?
Honestly?
The Cardinals, Mitchell, the retirement home?
What the hell? Dude, what?
But, and Philly Insider Podcast just said it best. If he's healthy, it would be a pretty good acquisition, but that's a big if right now. If when he's healthy, could be a potential game changer, but I feel like it's a little too injury prone. And as much as I like the core of our team right now, a lot of these guys are injury prone. And if we keep bringing in players that are really good when they're healthy, but they're injury prone, it's going to, I feel like, be the same problem as last year where we have a lot of talent, but they're going to suffer because of too many injuries.
Now, hold on. I'm on Twitter here. Chuck just asked such a good question, I think. Who do you guys think will be the most injury prone this year? For me, it depends if Landon Dickerson plays.
I don't think it's going to be Dickerson.
You don't think?
It's going to be on the O-line, but I don't think it's going to be Dickerson. It's either going to be Brandon Brooks or it's going to be Lane Johnson. Because they've been getting injured pretty consistently in recent memory. While they are still absolute studs at their position, it's more, it's hard for us to watch when we know you're so great at your position, but we can't keep you healthy for the year,
Yeah. Can you see what Hunter said there?
Mm-hmm.
You see it?
Okay, and here's the thing. Yes, you can get I feel like that's incorrect, because Ertz is still a fantastic player and arguably still one of the best tight ends in the league. You don't just trade him away for an injury-prone player, maybe a late-round pick, because he's still an elite talent. And he's already claimed that he's not re-signing with anywhere he goes, and so teams are not going to spend a lot for Ertz. And I think if that's the case, you play with what you got.
Who wants Ertz at this point? That's a good question, too.
And that's another thing, because it's going to be hard to find market for him because of his announcement and because a lot of teams don't need tight ends. And so I feel like it'd just be a waste to just trade away for pennies on the dollar when we could still potentially get elite production out of him this year and have him maybe try and teach Dallas Goedert another thing or two before he leaves. Because I think that I've heard some rumors that this is going to be his final year before retirement.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know where you're hearing this from. I've never heard a single report that Ertz doesn't want to be here. If anything, I've heard nothing but he wants to be here. He wants to retire an Eagle.
He said that last year, dude.
When did he say that last year? Because I don't remember that report coming out at all.
I think he said that during the season.
I mean, that doesn't make sense to me, especially when you look at how he reacted after the final game that season. If he didn't want to be here, he wouldn't have gotten emotional like he did.
Why would Ertz want to stay with Howie? Why would Ertz want to stay with Howie?
Okay. Counter question: why would anyone want to stay with Howie? You don't stay because of Howie. You're staying for your teammates.
So you're talking about loyalty here.
Yeah. It's if you're staying, it's because of the guys in the locker room. You don't give a fuck about upper management. And again, I genuinely don't even know if he would want to come back for an extra season, especially when you already got reports of him saying that no matter where he goes to, he's not re-signing. I think it's just because he doesn't want to play anymore. I think he might just be done with football after this season.
Not everyone is in contact.
And that's perfectly fine, And I can understand, if you're upset with management, you have every right to be. Aaron Rodgers, he's said publicly, well, not publicly, but
it came to fruition. Okay,
but you also look at the younger guys that he's also coaching, though. Or coaching. Younger guys that he's also helping move along. It's not always about the teammates that are gone or about to leave. Sometimes you're also trying to help out the younger generation and teach them the way.
And teammates, Wentz is gone, Kelsey's on the verge of retirement. And hold on. How did Ertz play when everything was in his head last year?
I mean, you could say that about anyone.
You could, yeah.
Last year was just absolutely awful for everyone and everyone. I feel like we've gotten, as Philly fans, we got a little bit spoiled after, having some really successful seasons over the past couple of years, and then we have one extremely bad year, and we got to blow everything up. Now, don't get me wrong, Doug Peterson, I still feel needed to go. His play calling was absolutely atrocious. It reminded me of his first year with us, and he was not utilizing players to their exact strength. Wentz had a bad year. He was great for the past couple of years we had him. He was an MVP form in that 2017 season. And, all of a sudden he just falls apart like that, just out of nowhere. I don't think so. I think that's going to be proven in Indianapolis that he still has some stuff left in the tank for him. The O-line got injured to absolute crap to the point that we had to use a bunch of backups. And guys, we probably even pulled off the street. I believe that too. The only person on defense who did anything was Darius Slay half the time and Brandon Graham at the beginning of the season.
All right. Guys, we're coming in on full hour here. So we're just going to end it like this. Yeah, Wentz is also young. Because I'm feeling this is going to keep on going around.
Oh, no. Listen, I need to go on your podcast because I would love to debate this.
Yo, next week.
What time?
Next week, same time.
Maybe. We'll see.
Tyler.
We'll schedules.
Tyler.
Don't Tyler me.
Fine. I look younger.
I hate you.
All right. Yo, Hunter, if you're down, next Saturday, I'm going to let you two go at it. Deal? Hunter, ball's in your court. Literally, I'm on the basketball court right now. But, see what I did there, Tyler?
Was that an NBA joke? Was I supposed to get that?
Because the ball's in your court, and I'm on the basketball court. Yo, Tyler, you're probably exhausted.
I'm gonna be. Yeah, I am pretty tired.
The question is, Hunter, next Saturday, right here, I'll let you and Tyler debate this about Zach Ertz and the whole Jordan Hicks thing. I'll let you guys debate it next weekend if you're down. And I'll get someone else because I want this. Yes, everyone. Okay. So, ball's in your court, Hunter. Ball's in your court. Literally, I'm on the court. But, all right. As soon as Hunter gives us the answer, we're going to. My dad has a friend over for the night, so. All right, waiting for Hunter's answer.
We'll get it. We'll get it another time. He has Twitter DMs.
I've never wanted to get on the podcast. I always wanted to hear the debate. Dude, next Saturday, every Saturday, sports chat. Okay. We can work it out for like a special night. We can work it out for like a weeknight. It depends on Tyler's schedule. We'll work everything out because I want this to go down. Okay? I'm going to hype it up like I want this to go down. So, one more thing, guys, before I go. Tuesday night at 5 o'clock, I am having a Giants fan on here. I told you.
No. When I didn't even realize this happened. Apparently, the Giants just signed Corey Clement.
Just now?
About an hour ago. They signed him as soon as got announced as soon as we started the podcast. And you were checking Twitter at one point too, and you didn't see this, Mitchell.
I was too busy tweeting the Hunter congrats.
Can't believe this.
Okay, so Tuesday night, 5 o'clock, I'm gonna have a Giants fan on here, and we're just gonna talk the shit. All right, dude, this was a really fun podcast, man. This was a good one. Really good. Okay, last thing from Hunter, okay? And I'm still waiting. Tyler, I'll let you talk.
All right, ready? This is going to be the last thing I talk about. So, 1, Ertz at this point is going to be tight end number 2 if he does stay. So, you already got Dallas Goedert, and even then, if Ertz wasn't here, Dallas Goedert would still be getting majority of the snaps anyway. So, developing younger tight ends, already not going to be that big of an issue when you were either going to give all your snaps to one guy already. And when it comes to him re-signing elsewhere, like I said earlier, he's already said outright that he wouldn't re-sign anywhere else, right? So, again, I think he's saying that this year is going to be his final year. What's the point of saying you're not going to re-sign with any team that trades for you when you would just be going to a completely different team at the end of the season, no matter where you get traded to? Doesn't make a lot of sense, And exactly, it's going to take a lot more than Ertz and going to be at least a mid to a higher round. I don't think it's going to be a first to get someone like Jordan Hicks. Not to mention, we can even talk about the cap hit that we're going to have. Okay, and that's just it. Why wouldn't you want to have a guy like Ertz to impart wisdom on your younger tight ends? Okay, it's like Ertz. There's a reason Ertz has the NFL record for most receptions in the NFL in an NFL season. He is an absolute monster and should be studied by all your young tight ends. So why would you trade him away and watch film on him when you could have him actually be there and let your younger tight ends learn from him? Yes, don't get me wrong. I know we have a lot of young tight ends. And yeah, initially, having a veteran there, if you prove that you are worth the time, they'll take you under their wing and they'll show you. But it's one of those things where you have to show that you deserve to be mentored. Just because you're the younger guy doesn't mean that you will be the guy. That doesn't prove that you are going to be someone that's actually worth the time and effort to try and train up to that level. You have to prove that you have the work ethic, that you have the drive to want to be the best. We're gonna be here all night. You better end this now, man.
Yeah. All right. Real quick. I feel like we should get this done just in case Ertz does get traded. Just in case.
I just feel like we'd have to give up too much and to trade for Hicks, and I don't even know who else I would want to trade.
All right. We'll talk about this another time. Hunter, Tyler, I'll DM you both. We'll find a day for this coming week. For this coming week, we need to get this down. Okay. All right. I'm done. All right?
We could be here all night.
Yeah. I really got to. Yeah.
We will talk, Hunter. I guarantee you this will happen. I don't care if I have to come on your show when we talk this through. We'll figure it out.
No, it's going to be here. It's going to be here.
Oh, because you want the views. I see you.
You do? I'm John Cena. You can't see me.
What are you talking about? Your forehead's too massive to not be seen. That thing could literally be used as a lighthouse.
All right. Yeah, I'm still younger than you. I still look younger than you.
I still have a smaller forehead than you.
I can have the biggest forehead ever. I'd rather look younger than you.
About to have that Peyton Manning forehead going for you.
Hey, Hall of Famer.
But yes, I said forehead. Never said you had his brain.
That's a little too far. You motherfucker. Okay, we're done.